I'm not mean. I'm funny.
It is our 25th wedding anniversary this year.
Because we were married in 2001.
And it's 2026.
25 years.
Okay, so that's a long time to be with one person. It really, when you get married, I don't know, I know that I didn't really believe that I would be married for 25 years later, I would be alive and married to you. And I just couldn't picture it, but I've talked about that, how I don't picture the future the way other people do. But over 25 years, the question came up to me is how have we influenced each other? What has changed because the other person is in our life about how we do things and how we are in the world? And I was just reflecting on that and kind of felt like you should answer this, whether I've changed your thinking and ambitions and thoughts way more than you've changed mine. And I just want to see if that's true for you.
Well, yes, absolutely. I mean, I basically wrote a whole book on lessons I learned from you. I mean, not the financial stuff, how to manage money. I didn't learn from you, but all of the lifestyle stuff.
I am the one who first bought you Personal Finance for Dummies. So you could say that I launched you on that one too. Okay, continue.
It's true. Even that. Oh my gosh, even that. So the quick story is, because this is good to remember because I think a lot of people can identify with this, but coming out of college, we were dating.
Mm-hmm.
Coming out of college, I graduated with an engineering degree. That's very attractive to a financial advisor. Somehow, I got, along with a lot of my friends graduating that same year. You remember this?
Yep.
We got in the crosshairs of this one guy who worked for Northwestern Mutual, and he invited me into his office, and it was like the rich mahogany desk. It was very beautiful, and he sold me. He talked me into a cash value life insurance product. And I remember I did actually went back and looked as I was researching this for the book, but I think my starting salary at Anderson Consulting was $36,000 that year, and the annual outlay for that cash product was $7,000.
So ridiculous.
Now
and you just hook, line, and sinker.
He sold me on it as it was not just insurance, but it was actually an investment. Right. So all the money was an investment as well. And God, I left the office and I already felt awful. I had buyer's remorse.
But you had already signed on the dotted line.
Yep. And I was just like, I'm going to make this work. And then for honestly, 9 months, I think I sat with that thing. And then finally I told you about it. Wait, we weren't married, so it didn't really it wasn't like it was your problem too.
No.
But you're like, you just need to get rid of it.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, but I've already invested $6,000 into this. She's like, well, let's go to it was Barnes & Noble on Gammon, South Gammon or whatever in Madison.
Oh, wow. Okay. You have more detail on this memory than I do.
I do. This is an informative. It was a formative experience
formative memory.
For me.
Okay.
Yeah. And we went to the bookstore, and we were there all night. It's back when you could actually go into a book like the Barnes & Noble, and they had comfortable
It was
chairs.
really cool. I missed that. Okay, keep going.
Yeah, and they had huge business sections. They don't have that anymore. But I went through all the books. We were there all night. And one thing I remember reading was, oh, my God. It was like, when you buy a whole life insurance policy, the entire first year's contributions go to the commission of the salesperson. So basically, I spent $6,000 on nothing.
Yeah.
and I'm like, all right, well, if I just stick with it for another 30 years, but I just felt so awful. And you're like, get rid of it. And so we finally got rid of it. And it was great. It just felt great.
I mean, you lost that money completely, but it was a sunk cost and you felt so much better because you didn't feel good about it
No,
at
for a
all.
long time.
Yeah.
I just had this like constant ugh over me.
Yeah.
So that's an example of you influencing me from the beginning.
Yeah. I don't know what that says about either of us, that I'm kind of, I don't know,
The influencer and I'm the influenced.
the influencee.
The influencee. Yeah. I can't do it right now, but I could probably count 50 ways in which you've influenced me. I hadn't even thought about that one. If that was one of them, I could certainly count 49 more.
If what was one of them? That.
Helping me get rid of that thing.
Yeah. What's the biggest one? You don't have to count 50.
I would say the biggest one, this makes me sound so dumb, is make sure that I ask why I'm doing something.
It's a good basic question.
How many times you said, "Hey Brian, why are you doing that? Why?" I'm like, my parents did it that way.
Give me
That's a big
I want
example.
I want an example of what you, because I don't feel like I've done that. Like I don't remember.
Well, just the one was like, I would base the way I do things on how my parents did it.
Oh yeah.
Parenting would be a big major category.
Oh yeah. Well,
Or-
I remember before we adopted Theo, I was pretty mad at you because
Oh yeah.
you did not read any parenting books.
I didn't know what to expect when we were expecting.
And we personally were not expecting, but we were wanting to expect.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was so irritated. I'm like, why wouldn't you think this through? Why wouldn't you think about the kind of parent you want to be, or even like how you want to handle the first month? Like, it blew my mind.
It was just going to come to me.
Yeah. And usually when things come to you, they're not that good.
They're ill-formed. They're not...
Not just you, but anybody. Like, I
Yeah.
think there's so much value in thinking through what the hell you're doing.
Anything.
Anything.
Yeah.
Like, why are you doing this? Why do you even bother?
Yeah.
And that comes for me from like, my life is short and I'm not going to be wasting it doing something that somebody else tells me to do. Although I've done that a lot too. I'm not going to waste my time though, without at least thinking through, like, do I really want whatever this is? Do I really want to spend my time on it?
I just had a thought where you asked the question, which I thought was pretty cool. This is a perfect example of you versus me. You're like, what things do we take for granted now that are going to be disproven or completely like, oh my God, can you believe that we used to think that or do that?
Yeah, I like to think about stuff. Or like,
Do we try to come up with an example? Anyway, go ahead.
yeah, no, I think it slipped away.
It was around like education. I thought like it's just some belief that we just assume is true.
Yeah. I just find myself wishing that I could strip away my own biases
Oh yeah.
because I don't even know what they are. And like 20 or 50 or 100 years from now, probably so many things that I believe about the world to be true are going to be different. And God, it would be cool to be ahead of your time and not be like of your time, stuck in your time, blinded by the culture that you're in.
So an example that I just thought of because I had listened to that podcast was, in the last 10 years, our view on like how you joke about women or minorities has completely changed. And so
I hope it wasn't just the last 10 years, but okay.
No, my point is you go back and watch this awesome movie that you used to love and you're watching it and you're like, oh no.
That does not hold up. Yeah.
That does not
Yeah,
hold
that's
up.
exactly it. Like things like that. But like, what are all the things, like, just like, so I don't regret getting married to you, but like, it was such a,
Where's this going?
it's such a, like, that's like in our culture,
Traditional. Yeah.
like you date someone, you get married and, like
Right.
the relationship escalator and all of that stuff. Like, I don't need off the escalator, but at the same time, it was so assumed. Like, those are the things that I want to get, like, I want to know about. What are my false beliefs?
Even like I back then I was hung up on, well, yeah, you need to take my last name. That's just how you do it, isn't it?
Yeah, you really,
And
you
now,
actually,
now I'm like, I don't care. But
yeah.
like,
And now I'm like, why did I do that?
yeah,
I mean, it's easier,
yeah,
but you should take my last name. That would be easy too.
it's a easier name,
Yeah.
that's for sure. Yeah, yeah. There are a lot of those things.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember what I wanted to mention is like
Okay.
when you're a comedian and you look back at what you used to do and now you realize it wasn't appropriate. That was the example from Bobby Moynihan looking at his Saturday Night Live audition, and he looks at it and he goes, "Oh, Bobby, oh, Bobby,
Oh, Bobby. Yeah, I don't want to have oh, Bobby moments in the future, but yeah, it'd be cool to be ahead of your time. Unfortunately, here we are. We're stuck with our biases that we don't even know about.
Yeah. Well, do you want to talk about how I learned through your
Oh, yeah.
service providers?
Well, I want to like try to think about ways you've influenced me, but it's harder. It's harder. But so let's do the one that whatever you're thinking of right now.
Oh, I was just the other night when I was particularly angry about something, and you kind of walked me back from it and like taught me a lesson as part of it. And I'm like, oh, now I have a new skill again learned from Claire.
Yeah. So the thing is, his anger was, really kind of infecting me. It was pulling me in.
I wasn't angry at you.
No,
I was angry.
it was something else. And it's something else that happens a lot. And for me too. But so I was sitting there going, what? I felt like for a little while that I was always the one drawing you back and trying to calm you and trying to, I don't know, like carry your anger and fix it. And I'm just like, I can't, I'm tired of this.
Yeah.
And so I go to my therapist and we talk about your anger. And
I didn't know you talked about me specifically.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, yeah. I was like, I'm
Thank you.
so tired of carrying around Brian's anger or getting sucked into it, just getting sucked into it.
Yeah.
Or if I don't get sucked into it, then having to feeling like I have to be the one to help you navigate it.
Right.
And so he's like, okay, he made me write it down. He's like, this is what you need to tell Brian.
Well, I didn't really realize that. I thought you just naturally told me that and it worked.
No,
this
this
was by design.
was for you.
Oh my God. Well, I'll tell you, it worked.
Yeah, so you have to feel your anger. You have to give yourself a certain amount
Listen
to
up, this is
feel your
important.
anger and actually be conscious of it, not pushing it away. And like, what does it feel like in your body? And notice like, oh my God, my thoughts are swirling in on each other and like, I can't get out of this loop. And then after a while, you have to say, okay, I'm done being angry.
But then what happens next?
What's underneath my anger? And it's
Hopelessness.
well, first it's disappointment. You're just really like for this case, like there can be other things under anger, but this piece of anger specifically is disappointment. And then under that is hopelessness. Like you've lost all hope for getting something the way you wish it would be.
And then you asked me what I thought, which is very Brian, but it was wrong.
Well, you were like on the kind of on the edge of your seat as I was telling you. And then you're in hopelessness and you're like, so how do you get back to hope? And I'm like, nope. You don't get to go back to hope. What you have to do when you are hopeless and you're in a relationship and that person is kind of with you on the whole anger and in the same situation, you have to connect. And you just have to kind of find the fact that you're not alone in this hopeless place. That's where kind of the magic happens, because you're not like the thing that's making you angry. That's not going to go away. Like at least in our case,
there are many examples of things that
like
don't go away.
Yeah,
they're unsolvable problems.
Unsolvable problems. Yeah.
And I
mean,
if you were to say, you've never heard that before? I would say, yes, I've never heard that before.
The connecting part or
the anger to disappointment to hopelessness to connection.
Well, I hadn't either. I mean, like
that's good.
that. Like I mean, so my this is fun. We get to talk about my therapy, but the thing about you can. So I have all these things that I worry about and fears with my health, and it's very lonely sometimes. But if you can connect over it, then the fear is much less if you can feel not alone. And like, that's one of the things that really helps when you're feeling awful, because we're all going to feel awful at some time. So yeah, but that wasn't something that like, I just like have as an automatic thing. That was something that he needed to tell me again. But I love that I spent my therapy figuring out your stuff.
Hey, it was money well spent.
But it was great for me, because instead of, feeding into each other's anger, we connected. And then when I was very angry the next day about a similar thing, you did not feed into my anger. You were actually in a much better place to help me not accelerate into my anger. So it worked great.
And connect with you, because I knew the model.
Yeah. See, that's the thing about you. Like, I really love that, like, you listen. And then when something's a good idea, you're like, yeah,
I'm going to do that.
I'm going to change. And you are capable of that. That's a really cool thing.
So we just spun this positively for me. So I am always learning from you, but in becoming a better person, in the spirit of becoming a better person.
Yeah. And what does it say about me that I'm not taking things from you and learning better
It
from
means
you?
you're already a good person.
Yeah, but I don't think it does. But I don't want to be a closed-minded person. So like, if you came at me with a new idea that would change my thinking, I would be like, oh, well, maybe that's cool.
Maybe that's the thing. Maybe it's that you get your new ideas from reading books and
reading books.
You book reader.
We just like different things.
But you're. My point is, you're still learning new things and improving yourself. It's just they're maybe not all coming from me.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe they're not coming.
And I don't know
me.
if I'm improving myself, but I do love a new idea. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
I love it. Have you thought of a way in which you've been influenced by me?
Like, not in like fundamental outlook, but it's maybe not an influence, but it's a presence, the presence of laughter when things are really shitty. It's
I love laughing at.
Yeah, and we still really can laugh hard, and especially when things are hard, we go through a hard thing, and then like there's always something like that is hilarious about.
Well, if you can't laugh at it,
you're gonna. I mean, like
you're gonna be crying.
Yeah, that's the old saying. But keeping that lightheartedness, you're very lighthearted, and it doesn't make me lighthearted, but it's such a good influence on me. Like I can't easily switch to being lighthearted, but I love that presence in my life.
That's very nice of you to say. Have we covered it? Should we talk about the Netherlands a little bit? Just to close the loop.
The Netherlands? Oh, you teased it last time?
I know. I felt like I got to at least say something about it. Maybe it's only like a 1 minute thing.
I don't have a lot of material on that. No, a Facebook post came up about some program in the Netherlands if you're a small business owner and you can move there. And I don't know any details, but
we're trying to be interesting.
But yeah, I have that just a little bit of like, I would just love to go live somewhere for 6 months and try it out. And for some reason, it always ends up being somewhere in Europe. And I don't know anything about really the Netherlands. I mean, okay, I probably know maybe more than you do.
You mean because I called it Denmark?
Yeah, that might be why.
Well,
yeah.
Yep, good times. That
All
sounds
right.
like a good point to end on.
All right, that covers Netherlands.
All right. I'm out of material, Claire.
Me too.
All right. See ya. Just want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors, American Express, Starbucks, and Mr. Coffee. Thanks so much for supporting us. We'll catch you next time.
I can't believe you just said that. You are such a freaking liar.
Gotta have some fun, right?